even thinner for the Secret Service, whose job it is to guard the man. Governor Conway standing in the car beaming, and back they go to the car. Comes the big jet in.
Candidates for the presidency. The candidates need no introduction. The Republican candidate, Vice President Richard M. Nixon, and the Democratic candidate, Senator John F. Kennedy. According to rules set by the candidates themselves, each man shall make an opening statement of approximately 8 minutes duration and a closing statement of approximately 3 minutes duration. In between, the candidates will answer or comment upon answers to questions put by a panel of correspondents. They look at this country, and as they look the world around them.
In 1960 called me a liar. In 1960 called Lyndon an ignoramus. Lyndon says he called me one. No, I say he called Lyndon one. He called me rash, imprudent, reckless, naive, and uninformed. But he called Lyndon an ignoramus. You think he's going to get down and work with him? I don't care how many rescue squads they send to help Dick Nixon travel around the United States. I don't care if Cabot Lodge and Nelson Rockefeller and Barry Goldwater all prop him up and push him forward. And I don't care if they add Dewey, Landon, and Hoover to advise him how to win.
But the times are such that the future success of the party, I think, to a great extent, Senator Kennedy is a victim of circumstances brought on by some of his overzealous backers.
if this country elects a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate and elects Dick Nixon, Republican President of the United States, and then Lyndon Johnson and Sam Rayburn go over to meet with him as the leader of the Congress and sit down with Dick Nixon, who in 1952 said Adlai Stevenson had a degree from the Cowardly College of Containment, in 1954 called Truman a traitor, in 1960 called me a liar.
When the incident happened, but the president's car was some 50 feet still yet
In front of you.
in front of us coming towards us, and we heard the first shot, and the president, I don't know who was hit first, but the president jumped up in his seat, and I thought it scared him. I thought it was a firecracker because he looked, fear. And then as the car got directly in front of us, well, a gunshot apparently from behind us hit the president in the side of the temple.
Do you think the first gunshot came from behind you too?
I think it came from the same location, apparently back up on the hill. We didn't realize what happened until we seen the side of his head whenever the bullet hit him in the head.
Did you see the blood coming from the president's head?
Yes, sir, we seen that.
Downtown area, code 3 to Elmer Houston. What's called?
Of mind reading. But first I must have a little assistance from the audience. Ah, there's a nice looking young man right there.
We interrupt this program to bring you further details on the shooting of President Kennedy. After the shots were fired and the president was seen to slump over and Governor Connally was hit, the motorcade sped on toward the hospital. It took them perhaps 5 minutes to reach the ambulance entrance of the hospitals. Reporters there say the president was lying flat on his face in the car. A man and woman were seen scrambling on the upper level of a walkway overlooking the underpass from which they believe the shots were fired.
Governor Connally was shot in the upper left chest, and the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head. That's an unconfirmed report that the president was hit in the head.
The president was shot in the head. This is what I've been told now, Jake. President was shot in the head. Connally was shot in the chest. Both of them are still alive when I left the hospital.
Do you have some film?
And, yeah, I have film at the
Get the
hospital.
film and see if you can get it developed real quick.
Yeah, I will.
On the air
And
run through.
one quote we got out there was Yarborough said the scene was too gruesome to describe.
President Kennedy is on the inside of Parkland Hospital, and 2 priests have just been sent in to the room with the president.
Okay, this is Alice, November 22nd. President John F. Kennedy was shot and killed here today, period. The president suffered a massive gunshot wound in the brain.
Now here's another report from Art Sinclair, who has with him the ambulance driver involved in the operation. His name is A.L. Wright. He is with the O'Neill Mortuary here in Dallas. They were at the hospital on another case this time.
We have this report just received in the 57 radio newsroom. That is the rumor that Vice President Lyndon Johnson was also in critical condition from an unknown cause. Lying wounded at the same hospital is Texas Governor John Connally. Governor Connally and his wife have been riding with the President and Mrs. Kennedy.
Dr. Malcolm Perry, the attendant surgeon at Parkland Hospital, and Dr. Kemp Clark, chief of neurosurgery, was called along with several other members.
Officers, Secret Service agents, apparently Secret Service agents. A man who appears to be about 25 years of age into custody. He was arrested across the street here where he stood in a large crowd. The man, as we said, about 25 years old, denied any knowledge of the shooting. He said that he had gone to the depository merely to use the telephone. Other radio reports filtering in here at this time indicate that officers also have another suspect that they are checking out.
Police are converging on an...
The suspect in the shooting, or Elman Houston, is reported to be an unknown white male, approximately 30, slender build. I found her to be armed with what is thought to be a 30 caliber rifle.
There has been a report that a policeman's been shot out there.
A Dallas policeman has been shot and killed while chasing the suspected assassin in the West Jefferson area of Dallas.
A witness at the scene of the killing said that the police officer talked briefly with the young man, and the young man then shot the police officer twice through the head.
This is the scene where the police officer was shot. The car that you see in the background there belonged to the police officer, and this woman said that she had seen a man run up, stop the officer, and then shoot him. This gun that you see in the background here in this officer's hand is the one that allegedly was used to shoot the police officer. The crime investigators here are fingerprinting the car in hopes that they could possibly lift a print to use.
After a furious search up and down Jefferson Avenue, the officers finally found the suspect.
We just received word from Ron Ryland in the mobile unit that police have a suspect from the Texas Theater. He has a gun.
Police motorcade that was dashing to the Texas Theater where they had a report of a man coming in there that was armed.
Dallas police have arrested a 30-year-old man who was found with a weapon in his possession.
In connection with the shooting of a Dallas policeman, the man has denied any connection with the assassination of President Kennedy. We do not know at this moment in Dallas, from the latest word we've gotten from our reporters from the police chief.
A bulletin from Dallas. Police today seized Lee H. Oswald, identified as chairman of a Fair Play for Cuba committee.
Of the suspect. This is in the assembly room at Dallas City Hall. You killed the president?
No, I have not been charged with that. In fact, nobody has said that to me yet. The first thing I heard about it was when the newspaper reporters in the hall asked me that question. A policeman hit me.
Still, there's no confession from Oswald, even in the face of an almost airtight case compiled by police and FBI men. How it will all turn out, only time will tell.
Anticipation grows as literally hundreds of police officers have ringed the... Chief, could you... Down any moment. Narration, here comes the truck. Now, this is the armored truck that will carry Lee Harold Oswald from the basement here of Dallas Police Headquarters. Lee Oswald. a man wearing a black hat and a coat. Here comes Oswald. He is ashen and unconscious at this time, now being moved in. He's not moved. Armored truck.
The armored truck on the outside of the Dallas, out onto Commerce Street, and now the ambulance is coming out. The ambulance with Lee Harvey Oswald, who was shot.
Just ambulance is leaving Dallas Police Headquarters. The Dallas Police say they do have a